Happy and fantastic day, dear children. Now we are going to see a tale of two birds solution, right? Question and answers, and the summary also. A tale of two birds summary we will see first. Once there lived a mother bird in a forest. Her two newborn babies also lived with her. Their nest was in a tall tree. One day there was thunder, lightning, and rain. The stormy wind blew down the tall tree. Unluckily, the mother bird was killed. The strong wind blew away the little birds. One of them came down near a cave. A gang of robbers lived there. The other bird came down a little distance away. A rishi's ashram was near that place. Thus the two birds were separated. The first bird made his home on a tree near the cave of a robber. The second bird made his nest on a tree near the rishi's ashram. After some time, the baby birds became big. One day, the king came there. He was following a deer. He was very tired. He got off his horse. There was a tree near a cave. The king sat under it to take rest. Just then, the king heard a big brown bird's voice. It was inviting some robbers to come and snatch the king's jewels and horse. The king got afraid. He got on his horse and rode away. Soon, the king reached the rishi's ashram. He sat down in the shade of a tree there. He heard a big brown bird asking the king to take rest inside the ashram. The king was amazed. He said, "This one looks like the other bird outside the cave." The bird told the king that his brother had made friends with robbers. He talked like robbers. The rishi returned soon after. He invited the king to share his food. The king told the rishi about the different behavior of two birds. The rishi told him that it was a result of their company. So, children, you should have a good companion, right? That is the moral of the story. Now, first question is, how did the two baby birds get separated? The two baby birds lived in a tall tree with their mother. One day, a big storm blew. The tree came down. The mother bird was killed. The strong wind blew the two chicks away to the other side of the forest at a little distance from each other. Thus, they got separated from each other. Where did each of them find a home? One of the young birds came down near a cave. A gang of robbers lived there. The other bird landed outside the ashram of a rishi at a little distance. Now, third question is, what did the first bird say to the stranger? The first bird saw the stranger, that is the king. He called the robbers to hurry up and rob the man of his jewels and his horse. Indirectly, he asked the stranger to leave the place at once. Now, the fourth question is, what did the second bird say to him? The second bird welcomed the king to the ashram. He requested the stranger to drink water, take rest, and make himself comfortable. He added that his brother lived in the company of robbers, so he talked like them. How did Rishi explain the different ways in which the two birds behave? That is the fifth question. The king told the rishi about the different behavior of the two birds. The rishi explained that the first bird repeated the words of the robbers. The second bird repeated that what he had always heard at the ashram. The different ways were the result of their company. Now, sixth question is, which one of the following sums up the story best? Now, one is known by the company one keeps. That is the moral of the story, dear. Right? Now, short answer type questions. This is an extra question for you. How did different company affect the character and behavior of the two birds? The two birds were brothers, but they got separated when a storm blew. One came down near a cave where robbers lived. The other landed outside Rishi's ashram. The former learned the language of the robbers. The latter learned to welcome the strangers sweetly. Thus, their company shaped their behavior. What amazed the king as he stood near the cave? The king heard a big brown bird on a tree calling out to the robbers to come and loot the stranger. Now, the third question is, how did the other bird greet the king? The other bird welcomed the king to the ashram. Gently, he requested the king to make himself comfortable in the ashram. Long answer question, dear. First question is, narrate the tale of two birds in your own words. Just a summary in one paragraph. Once there lived a mother bird in a forest. She had two newborn chicks. One day a storm came with thunder and lightning. The mother bird was killed, but the baby birds were blown away at the other end of the forest. One lived with a company of robbers, the other stayed with the rishi. One day a king heard them speak. The one asked the robbers to loot and kill the king. The other noble bird welcomed him sweetly in the ashram. They behaved differently because of the company they kept. Right? And the second question is, how did the king reach the rishi's ashram? Why did the two birds behave with the king differently? The king came to the forest to hunt a deer. He rode after the game and lost his way. Tired, he stood near a cave. One bird informed the robbers to rob the traveler of his jewels and his horse. The king sensed danger and rode away. Soon he came to a rishi's ashram. He sat down in a tree's shade. He was amazed to hear another bird's voice. It requested him to enter the ashram and rest. The two birds were real brothers, but one became crook in the company of robbers. The other became gentle in the company of the rishi. The holy man told the king that one's good or bad company makes one noble or wicked. That's it, dear. Thank you so much.